Good morning, children. Welcome to the English class. Children, I would like you to kindly switch to page number 123. From Unit 6, the Animal Kingdom. Today we will be starting birds and Salim Ali. Okay, so here in this page, you can see many beautiful birds, right? You can see the warm-up activity. You can see many beautiful birds and you are required to name these birds. So today's work for you is what? You will be googling out, okay, you will google out what the names of these birds. Here in this green box, the names of the birds are given to you. You just need to match which bird is what, okay. So you need to do this. This is activity A, and the activity B is name these people. The person who studies plants, what is he known as? A person who studies animal, what is he known as, etc. Okay, so you will be doing this as what? As a warm-up exercise, right? Now, without wasting any time, let us switch to what? Let us switch to the chapter. What is the chapter all about? Okay, so I would like to request you to kindly come to page number 124, right? Page number 124. I will be reading for you. Kindly concentrate on what I am reading and explaining to you. You can see some words marked in orange color which are given to you on page number 125. The meanings of these words which are marked in orange color is given to you. Either ways, from this also, apart from this, I will be giving you some difficult words, okay. In this video, at the last, you will be finding what the difficult words. You are required to write those difficult words in your copy also, okay. From this chapter only, I will be giving you some difficult words also. It may be at the last of the chapter, when we complete the chapter, I will be giving you. So you can switch to the video and you can take what the difficult words from it and you can write it in your MCB copy. Now let us start with the chapter part. Ornithologists, unlike bird watchers, make a scientific study of birds. Bird watchers, as is evident by the name, are hobbyists who watch birds in their natural environment and learn to identify them. In order to correctly identify birds and to settle any arguments that might arise from identification, most bird watchers refers to the handy guides by India's foremost authority on the subject, the ornithologist Dr. Salim Moizuddin Abdul Ali. So today we will be learning what bird study is all about, right? That is basically known as what? Ornithology, and the person who study birds' life, right, is known as what? Is known as ornithologist, okay. So ornithology is the study of birds and ornithologists are the person who are studying on birds. They can be bird watchers or it can be their hobby to study what exactly the life of bird is. So today we will be learning about whom? About this man. Who is this man? This man is Salim Ali, okay. Dr. Salim Moizuddin Abdul Ali, right? So let us know what is this chapter all about. Salim Ali, born in 1896, was the youngest of a brood of 9 children. So this guy, Salim, right, Mr. Salim, Dr. Salim Ali, he was born where? He was born in a place where he already had how many siblings? 8 siblings, okay. So there were total how many? 9 children in the family, and he was the youngest, okay. He was the youngest from those 8 children, okay. His parents passed away when he was still a child, and he and his siblings were brought up by his uncle. So he and his siblings, that is his brothers and sister, maybe I don't know how many brothers and how many sisters because it is not here mentioned here. So they were raised up by whom? They were raised up by their uncle, okay. And what was the name of the uncle? Amiruddin Tayyabji, okay. So Amiruddin Tayyabji was his uncle. Whose uncle? Dr. Salim Moizuddin Abdul Ali's uncle. So let us not take his full name. Let us only take Salim Ali, okay. Amiruddin Tayyabji used to accompany men of royal families in their shikars hunt. Okay, so this man, his uncle, Salim's uncle, used to accompany some rich royal family people who had the passion of doing what? Hunting, that is shikar. Conservation was not a concern back then, and being a good marksman who could boast of a good bag was something to be proud of. Now see, in that time, conservation of species was not so relevant. Why? Because nature was very in a peaceful state. Okay, nature was in a peaceful state, but in today's era, conservation of the species of many bird species like peacock, hummingbird, kingfishers, manna, green manna, right, sparrows, it is what, these are the endangered species, right, among the birds. Okay, why are they endangered species among the birds? Because people hunt them just for their pleasure. People hunt them, and it is also said that sooner the time will come that we will be what, we will be only discussing these kinds of birds in the conversation, or we will be only able to look their pictures from book or from the net, but we will not be able to see them live in front of our eyes. Today in your home you can see many birds coming in your garden. At your home also you can see the house manna, you can see sparrows, you can see many parrots, etc. But soon, if we do not conserve our nature, soon the time will come when these species of birds will be what? Will be reducing, and it will be only just a name which you will remember that, oh yes, I saw that bird in that picture. So it is our responsibility to protect the birds also, to conserve these birds. We should need this, right? We should come forward for this noble cause. Okay, so at that time when he was born, Dr. Salim was born, that time nature was also in the pleasant mode. Okay, so people only had a pleasure of hunting, but today's time is very different. At that time hunting was what? It was like kind of activity of pride, honor. Okay, in Hindi you can say ek gurur ki baat hoti thi shikar karna. Okay, but in today's time you do something, you go to Mount Abu and you kill some monkey or anything, you will be charged fine, you will be also going behind the bars. It is restricted, right? The law is against it, right? But in that time it was not like that, right? Why? Because the nature was in the pleasant condition, right children? So yes, Salim Ali, all of 9 or 10 years old, was gifted an air gun by his uncle. So this guy Salim Ali was gifted what? Was gifted air gun by his uncle. Now air gun is not so dangerous for people who know how to use that particular weapon. Okay, but you don't use it. Okay, so it is only today, in today's time, we use air gun. Most of the families I've seen, they use air gun just to shoot, or they just shoot in the air so that the monkeys, which really hinders them in the garden, they just run off. Okay, so they are used for that, right? It was not a very reliable weapon, but the young boy began to hunt house sparrows with it. One such dead sparrow had a faint yellow spot on its throat, like a curry stain. He took it to his uncle, who not being able to identify it, sent young Salim to the Bombay Natural History Society, BNHS. There the young boy not only found out that the dead bird was a yellow-throated sparrow, but was also shown other stuffed specimens. Salim Ali returned home with a fascination for birds and 2 books to get him started, Common Birds of Bombay and A Naturalist on the Prowl. Now see, when Salim Ali was gifted with an air gun, definitely he was 10 years old and he had to use it. Okay, so just for using purpose he used it and he killed 1 sparrow. that sparrow was having a stain or a yellow kind of a mark on its throat. Okay, so the the stain seemed as if it is a mark of curry mark on the throat, right? So he was only 10 years old. He took that sparrow to his uncle and handed over that particular thing, that is the sparrow, the dead sparrow. His uncle was also not able to make out that what exactly he have done. That is no doubt. He was happy that he have hunted something. At least he had made some use of the gun which was given to him as what? As a gift. Which gun? The air gun. Now his uncle was not able to make out that what kind of bird he has hunted. Who? Salim. So just to know this thing, his curiosity that the uncle, his uncle saw the curiosity of knowing that particular thing, and just because of that curiosity he made some arrangements so that he can go, Salim can go to Mumbai, and that time Mumbai was known as Bombay, right? So Salim could go to Bombay and he could study of what exactly that bird was, right? Because his enthusiasm for the bird, the curiosity to know that bird made him do that. Who? Mr. Uncle. Okay, so this uncle of Salim sent Salim to Bombay so that he can know what kind of a bird he had killed. There when he went to the Bombay, which place in Bombay? Bombay Natural History Society. There he came to know that he had hunted yellow-throated sparrow. Okay, right? And that was the moment when he was fascinated for what? For birds. Okay, so that made him write 2 books, right? So there are 2 books in his pocket. Whose pocket? Mr. Salim's pocket, and the name of the book is, first one is what? Common Birds of Bombay, and the second one is A Naturalist on the Prowl. While still in school, Salim Ali wanted to take up zoology, particularly ornithology, and become an intrepid explorer and a big game hunter. However, he found the first year of college so difficult that after struggling through it for 8 hard months, he gave up. So when he was about 18, he went off to Burma in order to help his brother run a hardware shop there. Weekends found him making a study of the birds found in Burma. In the years that followed, their business expanded to include the use of timber. This gave him an excuse to explore the jungles of Burma for timbers as well as for large game and birds. Now see, when Salim was sent to Bombay, right, he had a struggling period. Okay, he had a struggling period. He wanted to opt zoology, that is, he wanted to learn something related to animals. Okay, but his conscience was deviated to what? Towards what? Towards what? The bird study, that is ornithology. Okay, but he was not so comfortable in it. He was not comfortable because he found it very hard and he was struggling a lot. And finally he made up to just let it go. Okay, he just let it go, and then he went to which place? Then he went to Burma to help his brother who was running a small hardware shop. Okay, there in Burma when he was with him, Mr. Salim was with his brother, there in the weekends he had that curiosity to what? To explore the region. Which region? The region of Burma. There he found many birds, many colorful and beautiful birds, and again his passion for birds arose. Okay, whose passion? Mr. Salim's passion, right? Excuse me. At 22, he married Temina, a woman supportive of his passion for birds. Together they raised Burmese silver pheasants from wild collected eggs and had a leopard cat, a tree shrew, a flying lemur, and a great pied hornbill as pets. Now see, his love towards animals and birds, or his love towards the species, was so prominent that he married a lady in the age of 22, who? Dr. Salim. And that lady was also having the same taste, that is, her taste and his taste matched. Taste of what, children? Taste, that is hobby, that is bird. Okay, the passion towards keeping birds, knowing different species of birds, nature. This was the passion of both of them, that is Dr. Salim and his wife. So they were very happy together, and they also had pets in their home. What pets do they had? They had what? Burmese silver peasants from wild collected eggs. So they went, it might be that in Burma they had collected some wild egg of peasant, and they raised what? Burmese silver peasants. Okay. They had one leopard cat, a tree shrew, and a flying lemur, and a great pied hornbill. Hornbill is a bird, okay, as what? As their pets. So you can underline this, that what exactly they were having as their pets. Who were having? Dr. Salim and his wife. Their hardware business ran into a loss, and the couple returned to Bombay, now Mumbai. Salim Ali tried to land jobs as an ornithologist, but the lack of a college degree prevented him from being selected. Finally, the BNHS, that is the Bombay Natural History Society, convinced the then government to create the post of a guide lecturer in the natural history section of the Prince of Wales Museum. Salim Ali filled that position. While he held that job for 2 years, he also realized that his real interest was in birds, and he decided to enroll in the proper study of ornithology. Now see what happened. Year till year we came to know that he was the youngest among the 8, right? He had interest towards what? Towards birds. His uncle supported him, and his uncle sent him to Mumbai, that is Bombay, then at that time, right, for his higher studies in this research, that is not research, in his interest, that is birds. Okay. He got the admission also, but he did not complete it. That is, he did not do his study, he did not graduate from that particular place, and he left it in between, and he went to Burma to his brother. He lived with his brother for some time. His brother was having a hardware shop. There at the age of 22, he got married to some lady from Burma only, who was having the same interest as he, that is birds. Okay. There they had, while living together, right, the husband and wife, both the couple, lived with so many of pets. What were the names of pets? The names of the pet was the peasants, right, lemur, flying lemur, right, leopard cat, and a hornbill. So they were the pets they kept. So finally what happened? The time came when they suffered a lot. Why they suffered a lot? Because there was a high loss in their business, that is the hardware business. So there they suffered a lot, and it had, the situation had that particular destiny had come, that they had to go back to Mumbai, okay, from where he came. Who? Dr. Salim. Okay. So it was so obvious for him that he went back, and there he wanted to join what? He wanted to join that particular place where he came from, that is the place which he left, that is Bombay Natural History Society, right? So when he went there, he was not accepted there. Why? Because he left his studies in between. He was not a graduate, although he was having the knowledge of the birds, but he was not at all graduate. So those people refused to hire him, right? He struggled a lot so that he could find a good job, and finally he got a job, and he did a job there for 2 years, and there he recognized that he came to know that his interest for birds is growing deeper and deeper. Okay, so it was the Bombay Natural History Society which helped him a lot to get a placement, right, so that he could do what? He could do research on what? On the birds, right? So he finally decided to enroll himself again so that he can study what? He can study on birds, and he can become what? A successful ornithologist. So Dr. Salim, after coming or after returning to Bombay, again enrolled himself to complete his studies which he had left long time back when he had moved to Burma. Okay, but as he put it in his autobiography, ornithology has always been the Cinderella of Indian zoology, and there was no university or institution in the country where such training could be had. So in his autobiography, he have written that this study, that is ornithology, is just as Cinderella. Now this is the imagination. We know Cinderella, but we have not seen Cinderella, right? We can only imagine that gown of Cinderella, that beauty of Cinderella. It is only the thing which can be imagined. But have you seen it in reality? No. See, something being real and something being fiction is very, very different from each other. Here, Dr. Salim is just saying in his autobiography that having the craze or having the interest of birds and studying what ornithology is what I wanted, but it was just as a dream. Why? Because I can dream of Cinderella, but I cannot see or feel Cinderella in front of my eyes. Here in the Indian society, you have very less, and maybe there are no institution which are providing the study of what? Study of birds, which is known as what? Ornithology. You can have biology, you can have zoology, you can have astronomy, many things, psychology, anything you can have in Indian colleges. But this topic, that is the study of birds, you will not have it here. It is a very tough task and not an easy cup of tea also. Okay. Salim Ali went to the Berlin University Zoological Museum instead. Now here in India, he did not find that something could cope up with his interest for birds. So what he did, he went to which place? He went to Berlin. Okay, he went to Berlin and he enrolled himself in Berlin University Zoological Museum instead. Okay, he stayed there for a year, trained under experts and learned the techniques and procedures of taxonomic work and also ringing technique. Now what is taxonomic work? Taxonomic work means pertaining to the scientific process of classifying things, and ringing here means what? Putting a ring around the leg of the bird to enable individual identification. You have seen, many of you switch to Discovery Channel, National Geographic Channel. There you can see big rings on big cats. That is, you can see big rings. The radar kind of which is identified that where the lion is moving, right? It is just connected with the radar, so you can see that plated ring over there, what? Their neck. So here in this study of birds, definitely a bird will be so small. You cannot place a big ring in the neck of around the neck of the bird. So definitely you are supposed to do what? You are supposed to tie small rings on the leg of the birds to identify which species is what. Okay, so Mr. Salim, that is Dr. Salim, he went to Berlin, he studied there, he was under some researchers who were researching on the birds. So he learned the techniques of how exactly to tackle the birds. So the techniques which were taxonomic work and the ringing work which he learned from those learners, those researchers where he was with them, when he was with them in the Berlin. Okay. However, even his training in Germany did not assure him a job when he returned. Finally, he came up with an ingenious idea. He offered the Bombay National History Society that he would carry out systematic field surveys of the bird life found in the Indian subcontinent on a voluntary basis, provided they raised the necessary funds to cover the actual working, travel and accommodation expenses. The BNHS accepted and the first survey began in Hyderabad. Now see, when he was in Berlin, he returned back. He was there for 1 year in Germany. He returned back, but he did not found that people were so crazy and they did not accepted his work. Okay, see, he wanted to do. Now see, what you do is, what the example I can give here is, there are so many people who go to foreign to study. There are so many people who go for doing some kind of neurology or any kind of study in the field of science. Okay, now people will accept them very nicely. Why? Because there is a need of so many doctors here, and it is what it is actually accepted also, right? But this topic, that is the study of birds, is not at all accepted here. Why it is not accepted? Because it is not actually working physically. Okay, see, suppose if this guy, that is Dr. Salim, if he would have gone and learned there cardiology, and he would have come here and placed him up as what a cardiologist. Definitely people would have accepted, and many hospitals would have accepted him as a cardiologist. Why? Because there he was a doctor of what? Heart, right? But now he is not, people are not accepting him, right? The Bombay National History Society is not accepting him. Why? Because he, according to them, they are saying that this is not the actual thing which is the want of the modern world, right? But anyhow, he convinced the Bombay Natural History Society to raise funds and sponsor him, so that he can go to the outskirts, to the fields. He could learn and research on the birds, right? Do survey on the birds, the life of birds, and then he could collect the data and give to that particular institute, that is the Bombay Natural History Society, so that it could bring some name, fame both to him also and the Natural Society also. Anyhow, he convinced, and finally he succeeded in convincing, and the BNHS accepted his proposal also for sponsorship, and then they first began their survey in which place? At Hyderabad. In his search for specimens in the initial days, Salim Ali had to try out different methods to capture the variety of birds found in the subcontinent. The survey team used mist nets. Now what is mist net? It is a net used by ornithologists to catch birds, typically made of nylon and polyester. Okay, this is a kind of cloth. So it is used to catch what? It is used to catch the birds, right? These were set up during the early hours of dawn or dusk. Now what is dawn or what is dusk? Dawn means the time of 5 o'clock in the morning or 4:30 in the morning. In Hindi you call it Brahm Muhurat. Okay, this is the time when you see that the color of sky turns to be what? Pink and orange or little bit of yellow, and it is what? It is the sign that morning is arriving, the night is going, the morning is arriving. That particular time is known as what? Dawn. Okay, and what is dusk? Dusk is the time before 7 o'clock in the evening, where the environment is little bit ashy. The color of the sky can be judged as what? A silky greyish type of a color you can see of the sky. It means that the night is arriving. Okay, so this is what the dawn and dusk. These were set up during the early hours of dawn or dusk or during the night to catch unsuspecting birds. This ensured that the shy or suckling birds, that is the birds which are very small and do not come outside, okay, of dense shrubbery, were also identified and categorized. Salim Ali chose to begin his work in the remote areas. They carried specimens, boxes, hurricane lanterns, iron buckets, bedding, towels, sheets, bags of rice and flour, crockery, cutlery, ghee, kerosene, tins, and dome-shaped open-work bamboo basket of live chicken for progressive transfer to the menu. Now see, strenuous hard work was done by whom? Strenuous hard work was done by Dr. Salim Ali to capture the moments of the birds, okay, in the remote area. So he chose the remote area. All the techniques which he had learned in Berlin was used by him. That is the net, the setup, everything was done. Why? Because he wanted to know particular birds. He had his passion and interest towards that field, right? So when he was there in the remote area while catching the birds and doing survey on the birds, he carried so much with him: kerosene, flour, rice, some ration also, right? All of the things was carried by him, so that there is no inconvenience for him also and for his team also. Definitely his team will be there. It might be a team of one man or 2 men also. Okay, now switch to page number 126 please. Salim Ali was instrumental in saving the wetlands of Bharatpur and helped it become a bird sanctuary. Now, have you heard about the flamingos? They are the beautiful birds with pink neck, the Siberian birds also. So Bharatpur is known for these birds, right? This Keola Devi bird sanctuary, where it is? It is in Bharatpur. So who is the the founder stone, you can say. Who is the founder stone of this particular Bharatpur sanctuary? Dr. Salim. Okay, now he is the person who have helped to make that bird sanctuary. Which bird sanctuary? The Bharatpur bird sanctuary. You can also say it as what? Keola Devi National Park of Birds. Where it is? Bharatpur. And Bharatpur is where? It is in Rajasthan. So we are proud enough, right? Being Rajasthani, we are proud enough that we have such a beautiful place here. And children, one more thing I would like to say, not 1,000, lakhs of flamingos come here in Bharatpur. They stay here and then fly back. They lay their eggs, make their family, and then they, along with their family, go back to the place from they are actually, right? So you can see it on Google also. Just Google it. The Keola Devi Park, the Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, all these sanctuaries are made for whom? For the birds. The birds which are coming or migrating from one country to the other country. Okay, now just imagine the distance they cover, right? The distance, the speed, everything which they cover to come from that Siberian birds, from Siberia to here in India, and that too in Rajasthan. What exactly make them come or fly from there to here? Now what will be the distance they are covering? My God, thousands of kilometers, isn't it? Salim Ali was the person behind what? Behind the Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. Okay, the local villagers wanted to drain the marshes and use the land for agriculture, but he raised awareness among the people and the rulers to save this wetland, which was a heaven for migratory birds. As I told you, what are migratory birds? The birds which come from one place to another. Now see, the local people in Bharatpur wanted to do some agricultural activity on that wetland. What is wetland? Wetland are those lands which are always full of what? Water. You in Hindi you can say daldal, right? There are daldal kind of land which is always watery, and it is very suitable for these kinds of birds, that is flamingos, right? Cranes. These birds are the birds which are found in these wetlands. Okay, so people wanted to turn these wetlands into the agricultural field, but due to the awareness of Dr. Salim, till now it is what? It is there only, these wetland, and it is made a place for the migratory birds. Okay, after India gained independence, this was the place where BNHS, that is the Bombay National History Society, began the ringing of birds in India. So which place? Bharatpur. Okay, after India gained independence, he not only took over BNHS but also saved the institution from shutting down. He was honored with the Padma Shri and the Padma Vibhushan, and in time came to be known as the Birdman of India. He passed away in 1987 at the age of 91, leaving behind a rich legacy of ornithology and bird watching. See, such a master he was in what? In his interest. So children, he was awarded with two of the most prestigious award of India, right? That is which? Padma Shri and Padma Vibhushan, for his work, for his miracles, for his tremendous work in the field of what? In the field of ornithology. Who was awarded? Dr. Salim. So his work is still prominent, and it is only that his work today is so much known that it saved Bombay National History of Society to wind up. Okay, so obviously, as I told you, that people was not having so much of craze. People did not knew at that time what bird watching is, what bird is, right? What the study of bird is, right? People was not so aware of it, but now people are aware of it, and there are many of youngsters who are choosing this field as the subject of their research. Which field? The field of ornithology. That is the field where you research on birds. So here we are with the conclusion, at the conclusion point of the chapter. I hope the chapter was understood to you, right? I will be soon uploading the question and answers of the chapter, and I will be also giving you the difficult words. You are required to write the difficult words, the question and answers, as well as the word meanings which are given to you in the book, right, in your MCB copy. Till then, thank you for watching. Take care. Thank you once again.